Well, okay, so apparently I missed some stuff on Chapter 4, according to the Emblem Brigade. You can visit the destroyed villages, and you will get items, and there are two characters here. One which we are about to see right now. This guy has a really forced, like, introduction. It tries to establish that he's creepy, but it does a kind of crappy job. Like, it's way too rushed and stuff, and it's just, eh. But yeah, he's a dancer, which is very nice because, well, he's not a dancer, he's a friggin' bard. I don't know, I didn't check his description. I'll show the character descriptions in the next chapter, but anyway, yeah, having a dancer here is gonna be really nice because dancers are just really good for experience management, and I do have a few characters I want to train up. So, most of this chapter is me shopping for my usual stuff. I don't think I got bullets or anything, which is unfortunate because I think we're gonna run low on stuff for Red to use. But most of this chapter is just me visiting the destroyed villages, which actually is very fun. Honestly, if there weren't Uncle Borrises judiciously placed in stupid areas that are kind of cheap and unfair, and if it weren't for the unintuitiveness of, like, not knowing that that you can visit the destroyed villages, that and, like, the bad spawning of the enemies, which are completely arbitrary. If not for those things... Oh yeah, this guy's creepy. If not for those things, this chapter would be really good. I'd probably... like, even now, I'd probably consider it my favorite chapter, but, you know, if those things were fixed, this would be, like, pretty damn A-okay. It's got a unique idea, and it's very involved. You constantly have most of your units doing stuff, and it's just, you know, if not for the bad things about it, it would be a really, really well-executed chapter. Now, there are a few other things I want to point out, though. For one, Pixie, who's the fighter guy with the meme face, which I think is dumb, but, like, when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, one of the things I don't like about this chapter is that when you get that guy, he comes with a killer axe, but not a vulnerary or anything. And this pretty much means that he can only survive 3 hits from an enemy, and if you don't, like, get him close to a healer or something, or bring a vulnerary with you, he's pretty much not going to be contributing much to the chapter, which I feel hurts his usefulness overall. Now, I could, in theory, walk him over to our healer chick, Koji, but I think that would possibly put him in the range of good old Fado Man, which I actually don't kill this time, but I'm okay with that because there are some enemies here, particularly the Bobbies, that give really good experience. I think, Phoenix visits most of the houses that most of the other characters wouldn't be able to reach in a reasonable amount of time. Budgie goes for the bottom right houses because they're the least guarded, and they're also the most out of the way, I feel. Well, not the second from the bottom right, but you get what I mean. Also, gotta love that completely useless dialogue that Phoenix has when she gets the heavy spear. Like, what was the point of giving us that dialogue at all? You could have just had nothing there, and it would have saved you a text slot. I mean, it's nitpicking, but, you know, this game seems to have a bit of a lopsidedness when it comes to the effort. Like, some of the humor is actually funny, whereas others, it just feels really rushed, and I think a perfect example is the 2 recruitments of this chapter, where it's just like they have like 3 lines of dialogue and then they join you. There's not really much character development outside of them establishing their singular character trait. Like, the creeper guy is creepy and Pixie guy is gay. Also, those the air joggers or whatever those called, those basically function as boots, and I don't know who I'm gonna use that on. Most of my characters don't really need it. And I decided that I'm not going to be using Jeff because, like, I was told that his growths were quote-unquote special. I assume that was used in a very sarcastic sense. And on top of that, Pixie just obsoletes him completely. So I think I'm just gonna stick him with an iron axe or something, and then just let Mr. Pixie take care of everything. Man, black guy is never useful for anything. But I guess that's... But I guess that really is the point. It's a shame, though, because it would have been really... Like, I don't know if this is actually going to happen, but I think it'd be really cool if Jeff got, like, a super awesome promotion that made him, like, one of the best characters. But you have to, like, keep him alive until then. I think that'd be pretty neat. Also, holy crap, Ezra, you're becoming, like, as good as Doth, almost. I think Ezra gets a crap ton of defense in this chapter. I think, in the end, he's, like, 9 defense, and the enemies are only dealing 2 damage to him. Oh, the machete broke. Okay, well, that's bad. Thankfully, there's an we've pretty much gotten abundance of iron swords. One of the villages drops it, and last chapter we got an iron sword as well. So there's not really much to worry about in that regard. Though I really am concerned about how stingy I've been regarding buying weapons in this chapter. I really should have bought more stuff, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna bite me in the ass later. Also, for a lot of the chapter, I wanted to train up Drawn, but I just couldn't give him enough opportunities to gain experience. In the end, I think Doth ended up killing a whole crapload of units, but he got an S rank in swords, which is nice, because now with that slim sword, he has increased crit. So there's that. But yeah, Drawn and Jeff are probably going to fall behind for a bit. Drawn is good because he has pretty high defense, but aside from that, he doesn't contribute as much as I wish he would. And, oh yeah, this is where I pretty much end the chapter. We get a nice Aphis drop here, though. Originally, I was going to have Phoenix visit that village, but, you know, I just decided, fuck it, because I was going to end the chapter there, even though I really should have taken more time to shop and whatnot. The top left village does not have anything in it except a single dollar, and I brought Phoenix over there, and her reaction was basically, Mark, restart, please. I thought it was kind of funny. I didn't bother visiting the top right one, because all that does is destroy itself and give you a single buck. And, you know, we all saw how that went out in my actual commentary of this chapter, but in any case... yeah, that's pretty much it for this chapter. Stay tuned for Chapter 5, which I'm going to be putting lots of effort into in terms of editing, so I hope you guys like it. So, there you go. Bye-bye.